Some call IIH a disease, some call it a condition. Me, I just call it a pain in my ass. Just a huge disclaimer, if you can't tell by the Pikachu hat on my head and the fact that I am currently filming this in my car, I am not a doctor. IIH is a very, very scary disease/condition. And if you think you have IIH, please kindly go see your doctor for a diagnosis. This is not something to joke about. IIH is a very, very rare disease. IIH stands for idiopathic intracranial hypertension. Idiopathic standing for they don't know what causes it. Intracranial, it's your head. Hypertension is a misnomer because when people think of hypertension, they think of blood and heart disease, when really it's just an enormous amount of pressure in your brain. Another term that is seen as outdated but is still used a lot by the neurological community is pseudotumor cerebri. That should tell you some of what the symptoms of IIH feel like. Pseudotumor cerebri is literally what it sounds like. Your brain basically acts like it has a tumor minus the tumor. For example, me, I lost my vision and I only lost it in my left eye. Therefore, my doctors actually told me there is a very good chance that I would have a brain tumor, and that was actually my best possible option of what I would have via diagnosis. And you know your health's pretty bad when you're being told that a brain tumor is the best possible option that you have. Other things that can happen because of IIH is intense headaches. As a matter of fact, many people don't even call them headaches and call them flares, because calling them a headache does not accurately represent how bad it feels. It feels like your brain is being squished from the inside out, because what is happening is that your brain is producing too much CSF, or cerebral spinal fluid. That cerebral spinal fluid goes into your ventricles, and if there's too much, it will squeeze your brain from the inside out. Thus, you will experience things such as headaches. Myself, I went so long without being treated that I actually experienced nerve damage. That's fun. I also have vision issues, and I actually have a very, very hard time distinguishing pain and heat and cold. I am one of those people that I had to have people tell me to put on a coat, or hey, maybe you should take off a couple of layers, because my nerves are so damaged. I don't quite feel pain and I don't quite feel heat the same way other people do. IIH affects 1 in 200,000 people per year. IIH has several different treatments, but because this is such a rare disease that doesn't have many studies, it isn't quite clear what is as effective. For example, I was really wanting to get a stent, which is a new experimental kind of surgery where basically they go in and they open your veins. This is especially good for someone who, like me, when I had my MRV, they were worried that I was suffering from strokes because my veins were so tiny. Another one that is the one that I have is a VP shunt. Basically, it is a catheter. They drill a hole into your head and they siphon off excess liquid, and it goes through a catheter to your body into your stomach. Another one that they use to treat is medication, most likely Diamox. Basically what it does is it takes the excess liquid off of your brain and allows you to pee it out, meaning you have to pee quite a lot and you run the risk of being very dehydrated. Overall, IIH is a rare disease and it can be dangerous. However, with the advances in modern technology, it's not as lethal or as unmanageable as it used to be.